How are you today?
Good.
My name is Cristina. I'll be your social worker today. Before we start, I just want to give you the confidentiality and then consent form. That way, if you could just go ahead and read it, it just states basically anything you say here and that you state here is private and it's confidential unless you plan on harming yourself or others. Then I am mandated to report that. But if you could please sign. Thank you. So what brings you here today, Rebecca?
Well, I have to be here. The courts are making me.
Oh, okay. What's going on with the court?
They took my kids.
Oh my gosh. So what happened? Tell me more.
Well, I drink sometimes, and I use some other people's medications sometimes.
Okay.
You know, just to feel good.
Okay.
I do sometimes.
How often do you drink?
5 times a week.
Times a week. Okay. And you mentioned earlier, sorry to go back, but you mentioned earlier that you had kids. How many kids do you have?
I have 2 little
2
boys.
kids. Okay. And how old are your little boys?
5 and 7.
And why did they take away your kids? Why did the court take away your kids?
It was all just a huge misunderstanding.
What was the misunderstanding? Tell me more.
One of the little kids got in the way when I was punching the pillow, and he had a bruise on his face. So when I brought him to school the next day, the teacher called me in and said, "Why does he have this bruise on his face?" And I told her that he walked into a door. She didn't believe me because it's not the first time that this has happened.
So your son accidentally just... Okay. And do you live... Are you married?
No.
No? Okay. Do you live with the father of the kids?
No.
Okay. Where is the father of the kids now?
He's in prison.
He's in prison. Okay. How has it been since your kids haven't seen the father?
He was put into jail 6 months ago.
Okay.
And we haven't gone down there very often. They saw him maybe a couple months ago.
Okay. And do you know how that makes them feel, or how does that make you feel when you go and visit him?
I just get really mad
Okay.
that he left us like with nothing. But now I have this really great guy in my life who loves the kids, and he loves all of us, and he's taking really good care of us.
So do you live with your current partner right now?
Yeah, we live with his sister and her husband and their kid.
Okay. And how is that? How do your kids get along with your boyfriend?
They're really like family. They see Joe, my boyfriend, as their dad, because the man that's in prison hasn't done anything for us.
So it seems, even though you've gone through a lot, that you still have a very supportive family, not your kids' biological family or grandparents or father, but there is someone that is there for you. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And how, since you are, because you have to do this for a requirement, so who's taking care of the kids at the moment?
Well, Joe is working part-time. We're trying to save up money so we can buy our own place, because their apartment's super small for like 6 people to be living in.
Yeah, I bet.
So he's working part-time down at the corner store by our house.
And how is that going so far?
Yeah, it's going well.
Mm-hmm.
He's working a lot, and he's like trying to pick up other jobs around when he can.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's really good that you have someone to support you and your children, your two little ones. Did you work? Do you work as well?
No.
Okay, so right now he's the only one supporting you. Okay. And do you have anyone besides your boyfriend and his family that support you?
No, they're really like our only family.
Okay.
I'm not close to my family anymore.
Okay. And how long have you guys been together?
Going on a year next month.
Okay, so even though it's been, it's been a while, but he seems, like I said, very supportive, and that's really good. That's really good that he gets along well with the kids, and at least you get along with his parents as well. So I can see that you have a very strong support system when it comes to his side of the family. So that's really good. And while you were at work, who usually takes care of the kids? You said your parents, is that correct?
No, I'm not close to my parents at all. So my boyfriend's parents take the kids when they're not in school.
Okay.
They'll take them.
That's really good. You definitely seem like you have a very strong support system. And now, how do the kids get along with with your boyfriend's parents? Is it?
It's pretty good. Like, my older son, Buddy, thinks, like, he knows that they're not his real grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like he kind of feels, like that they still love him, but they maybe don't give him as much attention as the other cousins and grandkids that live in the house.
Yeah, of course. Do you think he knows the situation of his parent, because his dad's in jail? Does he know, since he does visit him, do you know how he feels about that?
I don't think like my ex who's in jail, since he wasn't really around when the kids were little, I feel like the little boys don't see him as their dad. And so when we go to prison and I say we're going to go visit your dad, they say, no, he's at home, like, we shouldn't be going there.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like they know parts of it, but I don't want to go into that detail right now.
And they're young too, so yeah. So what would you like me to help you with?
Getting my kids back.
Getting your kids back, okay. And throughout the whole thing, I've noticed that you you've expressed so much anger and so much frustration. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who are you angry towards or frustrated towards?
With the courts. They were making this horrible. It shouldn't be this hard to get my kids back, when it was just one little thing that happened. Blew it way out of proportion.
And do you think they do they know about your substance abuse? Because you did say that you drank 5 to 6 times a week.
Yeah, I was probably drinking way more when this happened.
Okay.
But one of the things that they told me, if I want to get my kids back, is I have to be sober for 6 months.
Okay.
So I'm trying to wean my way off of all my drinking. And
would you like to continue drinking, or is it something that you are right now capable of quitting, and for your kids especially?
Well, I feel like I get nervous a lot, and then when I get nervous, I have to drink.
Okay. Has that always happened since you were young, or is it just something recently?
Yeah, my stepmom was really abusive to me, and when she joined the family, it's when she started being really abusive to me and my siblings. So if I could just calm myself in like another way
Mhm.
that didn't include drinking, then I could get my kids back, then I could get my life together.
Yeah. Well, we could find other sources for you. We could find other ways, or try to find other ways. So that way you can, instead of jumping into the alcohol right away when you get nervous, try to maybe do something else. Perhaps when you get nervous, get a journal, write out how you're expressing. I know it can seem kind of tough and maybe silly, but you can give it a try. Write in a journal and see how that works. Every time you're just thinking of drinking, maybe do that. But what we can do, would you be interested in attending like anger management classes?
If it would get my kids back, I for sure would. They're my number one priority.
And that's really good. That's really good that you care about your kids and that they're your number one priority. That's really good. So you'd be interested in taking anger management classes?
Yes.
Okay. And how about parenting classes?
Well, I feel like my parenting's pretty good, but
Okay.
if it's something that I have to do to get my kids back, then I'll for sure do it.
Do you think maybe meeting other parents would probably help? Maybe
Yeah.
because maybe some people are in the same situation as you are, where you can relate to them, and that would probably help you. I'm not saying that it will, but it could help you in the long run. So we could do that.
I would do that, yes.
Okay, and on the next on our next session, what we could do is we could work more with your alcohol abuse and see how we can work from that. That way you're not drinking in front of your kids, because that could be something that the court also sees as a bad thing. So if you continue doing that, the court could take away your kids permanently. So we could work on that. Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Okay. And is there anything else that you like me to?
No.
Okay. Well, thank you for seeing me today.
Thank you.